Listen, Columbus is in the bad place and Thanksgiving was actually a genocide, but like, we celebrate being with family at least. Hey besties, and welcome back to another Sustainability Sunday, where every Sunday I teach you how to live a little bit more sustainably without hugely affecting your lifestyle or your budget. It's that time of year again. If you are in the US, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Thanksgiving is this week. Before we get into it, I recently discovered that most of my viewers aren't actually subscribed to me. So if you just want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, I'm trying to make it to 10K by the end of the year, so let's see if we can make that goal. And let's get into it. Whether you are hosting, if you are traveling, there are ways that you can do it more sustainably. For us, we're doing both. We normally spend Thanksgiving with my in-laws, and then we're having a little mini kind of Friendsgiving at our house later that night. When I say mini, I mean it's very, very small, because most of our friends are with their families. But we have a few friends that aren't, so they're coming over for our second Thanksgiving. So how do we do it more sustainably? How can you easily make your Thanksgiving more sustainable? Honestly, it's tiny little ways, but they work. The first, I think, is probably the most obvious, and it's if you're traveling somewhere with other people, carpool if possible. I know every single sustainability video says carpool, take public transit, etc., etc. I'm not gonna get into why carpooling is more sustainable. I think everyone knows that by now. If it's possible to carpool, carpool. It is slightly more sustainable, and if not, so be it. If you are traveling, I know that a lot of people like to bring host gifts to wherever they go. For the love of God, make your host gift something consumable. For example, a bottle of wine, a dish for Thanksgiving dinner, something along those lines. Check with the host first. You do not want to bring something they're already making and have them feel offended. If you just bring flowers, as much as I hate to say it, they're just gonna die. Bring something that can be consumed at Thanksgiving dinner. If you are hosting, I have a lot of tips. I guess that a lot of these can apply to if you're traveling as well, but only if you're traveling local. If you're traveling distances, I apologize. Could not be me. It is my best friend. Could not be me. If you're hosting Thanksgiving dinner, use your normal plates, use your normal silverware, use your normal glasses. You don't need a second set of plates and utensils just for when you have guests over. You don't. Also, aligned with that, might be controversial. You don't need serving dishes. I'm famous for my stuffing, and I make and serve it in this Pyrex. I don't put it into a specific serving dish. Literally in this Pyrex. And since I do bring it to the in-laws, I don't cover it with foil. It has a lid. People don't mind eating stuffing out of the Pyrex because I don't need a serving dish for it. For my Thanksgiving protein, since I'm vegan, I make a vegan meatloaf. I make it in a loaf pan, and I serve it out of the loaf pan. Quite literally, nobody cares what I'm serving food out of. For my serving spoons, I don't have specific serving spoons. I have the big spoons that are part of my normal utensil set, and I have the ones that came with my spatulas. These guys are what we use for serving Thanksgiving dinner. We don't need the table to be all fancy with Thanksgiving decor. Honestly, we don't even put a tablecloth on. We probably should though. Our centerpiece on the table is a candle holder with 2 Halloween candlesticks. I mean, it's me though. Halloween decor is up year-round in my home. The point of Thanksgiving is being thankful for what you have and who you have, right? So why are you going above and beyond to just appear extra for this one day? Isn't the point just the people that are with you? We also do de-stress ourselves by cooking the night before, so we just warm up the food day of. Definitely helpful. Not necessarily more sustainable, but definitely helpful. I've worn the same Thanksgiving outfit every year for the past, I want to say like 10 years. I don't think I can fit into it this year, but we're gonna see. It's not like you need to go out and get a whole new outfit and you need to just decorate your house. You don't need to. People want to because they want an excuse to, but it's not necessary. That is more overconsumption. My husband eats turkey. We are not cooking the turkey. It's being cooked by my in-laws. But my husband eats turkey. Would we ever be serving turkey up on a turkey-shaped tray for Thanksgiving? No. Because we don't need that. That's extra. That is overconsumption. If you love that, if that is something that brings you great joy, awesome. To us, that is something that we would use once a year, and it's not worth it. I see on Instagram all these people that do Friendsgivings. Each table has a place card. There's a theme. They go above and beyond with the decor. That's overconsumption. And that is not sustainable at all. Unless you have these place cards for these people all the time and they come to your home all the time and you're always doing dinner with place cards, okay then. But why, dear Lord, for Thanksgiving do you need place cards at a table? Why? Also, probably the most sustainable things that I would recommend, keep and eat your leftovers. I know a lot of people don't do leftovers. If there are leftovers, they throw them away. Don't. What are you doing? And more importantly, only cook things that you will actually eat. For example, I'm not a big fan of carrots. When it comes to vegetables, carrots are not my veggie of choice. I know a lot of people love them, I just don't. You know what veggie I normally make instead? Broccoli. I love broccoli. Is it considered a Thanksgiving vegetable? No, but it's something I'll eat. As opposed to if I made carrots, just because it's on theme, I wouldn't eat them. Most people make mashed potatoes, and while I do love me some mashed potatoes, I make oven roasted potatoes because I like them better. Make things that you will actually eat, because if you only make things that are on theme and no one eats them, you're creating so much more food waste. What is the point? That is not sustainable. That's just creating more waste. I could go through my normal don't buy bottled water spiel. I could do that. I feel like you'll have heard that 1,000,005 times from 1,000,005 different sources, so I don't need to do that. But that's another point. Don't buy bottled water. Have a water filter. And then hot take, but I know a lot of people watch either the parade or football on Thanksgiving. I'm not gonna say don't watch them because it's more sustainable to not use electricity. I would never say that. What I will say though is that you don't need it going in 4 different rooms. Because I've been to a Thanksgiving where they were watching sports games in like 4 different rooms at the same time, watching the same game. I think that that's excessive and unnecessary, just because certain people didn't want to be in the same room with each other. If you're playing the parade or the game, just have it on one TV. You really don't need it in every room. For us, when we're here, my husband will watch whatever it is on TV, and I have something I watch on Thanksgiving every year, which I'm watching on my iPad, if it's streaming. I think it is. I watched a Thanksgiving episode of The OC. It is my only Thanksgiving tradition. Although the Thanksgiving episode of Gossip Girl is also iconic. You don't need to panic clean before people come over if you're hosting. You don't need to use every single product to make sure that your home is clean. Again, people come over because they want to celebrate there with you. Yes, in theory, your home should be clean, especially if you're cooking for people. But in general, do I need to mop the floor before people come over for Thanksgiving? No, I'll mop it after they leave because I don't know if they're tracking it on their shoes. If I'm cooking, there will be dishes in the sink. That's just a fact. A big part of Sustainability Sundays is sustainability not affecting your lifestyle. Spend time with the people in your life. That's the point of this. Maya, you're having people over for Thanksgiving and you're really not doing anything to decorate? No. At most, maybe I'll turn on the fireplace, and if my husband's not watching a sports game on the TV, maybe I'll find a Thanksgiving themed screensaver on YouTube to turn on and play on the TV, because you don't need decor that you'll use one day and then throw away. I'm not using disposable plates and cups for hosting, even though I know a lot of people do for some reason. I just think that's wasteful and not sustainable. I like to think that it doesn't really come down to much. It's teeny tiny little things. Don't go over the top in decorating. Don't use one-time use products for cooking, for serving, anything. Don't use products that you won't use frequently. Again, I serve out of the dishes that I cook it in because we're using them already. I'm not going to say don't use pre-chopped vegetables because, hi, I have no fine motor skills. I have so much trouble with chopping vegetables a lot of the time because of my lack of fine motor skills that yeah, pre-chopped onion, great for me. Luckily, my husband will chop them for me because he has better fine motor skills than I do, but I have no fine motor skills. I would cut my hand 1,000% trying to chop onions. I will die on the hill that pre-cut veggies are not sustainable. They're just accessible, and you just don't need that level of accessibility and don't acknowledge that it's for accessibility. But if you are getting the pre-chopped veggies, you can recycle the plastic containers they come in. If whatever food you have comes in recyclable containers, recycle them. Only make food that you'll eat so you know it doesn't go to waste, and eat the leftovers. Even if you end up sick of them because you eat so much of them, just eat the leftovers. The point of the day is not to host a giant event and have all attention on you. It's to spend the day with people that you love and care about. So remember that and spend the day with people that you care about. People don't need place cards. They don't need menus of exactly what you're serving. They can see it with their own 2 eyes. We treat it as pretty much just a family dinner type of situation. We're just cooking a meal and eating a meal. You really don't need to do much more than that. And those are my real sustainability tips for Thanksgiving. Is anything going above and beyond? No. Is it anything that in theory you haven't already thought of? Not really, but it's things that you didn't realize we're more sustainable about Thanksgiving. You don't need multiple courses. You don't need a salad, a soup, and then some type of appetizer, and then the main meal, and then a dessert. You don't need all of that. We're not huge dessert people. We're not doing dessert. We did tell the people we invited that we're not having dessert. Why would we have dessert when we're not dessert people? Traditions don't have to be followed just because they're traditions. If you'd rather do something in a way that's a lot more sustainable than tradition, go for it. Make your own tradition going forward. So let me know in the comments, what are your Thanksgiving plans? Are you hosting? Are you going somewhere? Do you not celebrate Thanksgiving? Are you not from the US? One of my best friends is Canadian and she celebrates Canadian Thanksgiving, and I hear from her what she does every year. Not hugely different from what we do. Either way, let me know down below, and let me know what kind of foods y'all usually have for Thanksgiving dinner, because I'm intrigued. I found out there's a lot of foods that a lot of people make that I've never had before in my entire life. But I guess that they're normal Thanksgiving traditions. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe. I put out new videos every Wednesday, Sunday, and then alternating Mondays and Fridays. Sundays are sustainability Sundays, so if you're here for sustainability content, come back every Sunday. It's fun around here. When you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell, otherwise YouTube will never tell you when I post new videos. It's a little bit broken like that. Also, while you're at it, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help to push it out in the algorithm, and it helps my small channel to grow. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Oh, and happy Thanksgiving.
I don't know, but I've been told the world outside is oh so cold.